When you think about luxury, what do you picture? Is it the red interior of a Lamborghini that never leaves the 7-car garage, or the table full of delicacies that you don't even think taste good? Is it the industry mogul friends that you don't even have fulfilling and entertaining discussions with? Oh, I know. It's the backyard pool you always keep covered and constantly complain about getting it cleaned. The lavish events that leave you feeling awkward and subhuman. Let me tell you what true luxury looks like. Lovelies, it's breakfast in the sun, in a peaceful setting that allows you to take advantage of your most imaginative, ingenious thoughts and gather them into bouquets of insight. It looks like parted lips, laughing away a Thursday afternoon with your dangerously skilled and opinionated friends. It looks like hands covered in clay from the unfinished Murakami statue replica that you were working on before you head off to work. It looks like simple meals that are actually appetizing to your palate, the joy of the perfect sandwich. Luxury looks like the entire California coastline traced out by your footprints. It looks like intimate and lavish events where your presence is validated and you show up as your greatest, most authentic essence with ease. My examples are not to be taken exactly or too literally, but I do hope this has given you an idea of the luxury we will be aspiring to in this series. Luxury is not a privilege, though most of society will have you think this way. The image of luxury. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. We don't see things as they are. We see them as we are. Throw your dreams into space like a kite, and you do not know what it will bring back. A new life, a new friend, a new love, a new country. Anais Nin. Luxury is a practice. It is a mindset. We can all afford luxury at whatever price point if we just master these 5 principles. Revelry. Positioning is key. Presentation is supreme. Everything in decency and order. Advantage is to be seized. Revelry. The image you get when you think about luxury is what dictates how attainable it actually is for your lifestyle. The image you get when you picture luxury is what dictates whether you even pursue such a lifestyle. And likewise, the image you project dictates whether the luxurious life seeks you back. You wouldn't show up to an insider's dinner dressed in rave attire unless that's your thing and on theme, and an industry mogul wouldn't be open to exchange info with you if you're constantly talking about how you don't see the value of said industry. You must allow yourself to revel in value and its aesthetic. Allow yourself to revel in luxury. Presentation is supreme. Here's a little anecdote. It is my belief that your wardrobe attracts the opportunity you project, whether that is a boba date or a business launch. It's how we frame ourselves. We make connections through subliminals, and these subliminals tell others of the persona within. Put simply, we dress for the network we want. Or this is what onlookers will always assume, and thus we begin attracting opportunities to the experience others truly are. I like to think of the luxury watch market as a good example. I love linguistics, right? And I love studying how languages build worlds and are themselves built. Right, I find computer languages very interesting, but I do not know how to write them. If I see someone wearing a 1997 G-Shock graphic box tee with black slacks and Camper X Kiko Kostadinov loafers, I may be inclined to think they'd be able to help with that in conversation. I might even bring up the March 2000.com bubble burst to hold their interest and get a good gauge of their sensibilities. Advantage is to be seized. If they were wearing a Patek Philippe and a YSL button-up, I'd go straight to the topic of ETFs and REIT stocks, so that, naturally, I'd probably leave that conversation with more insights on good ones to invest in. Or maybe they'd be able to tell me about good hotel lobby lounges they've been to recently. Positioning is key, where I can then meet more interesting people who may be, in turn, interested in seeing my art, because the people who buy art look like they eat breakfast in hotel lobbies. They do, and have really good insight on asset protection. And I am an artist who makes cultural assets that they can store their monetary assets in. And we know this because we both dress the part. The life you want is more than attainable with connection. To get connected, you have to master the art of positioning. To master the art of positioning, you need to simply show up, be present, know when and where to be fully and interactively present. To be present, you must stand in your power. To expect yourself to do so when you are unsure of your presentation is cruel. This is why I help others build a clothing system that feeds into their narrative of not who they're becoming, but the identity they are actively and immediately assuming, because you are already someone living a life of luxury. Luxury is already yours to be experienced. Let's learn to live as such.